Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Let me tell you something, man. I know as a kid, well, I had heard as a kid, I maybe have driven a car a little bit hard back in the day. And to find cars left that are matching numbers that are 4 speeds as well is very difficult to find. You know, these 350s revved really well. They made a lot of power, they revved quickly, and that's why they got blown up a lot. Transmissions got blown up and things like that. So when you find a car like this that's matching numbers in these great colors, it is awesome. And as we walk around the car, you're gonna see some really cool small additions to the car that could be changed back immediately if you wanted it like totally stock, no big deal. But let's take a peek at some of the stuff that we're talking about here. So we start out with a real Super Sport. And we start out with, I like to do this here because I know everybody makes fun of it, but I always like to show like how great the paint looks on there. So if you can read that nice and clear, that's great paint. Make sure that if you're out there, and what you're doing like now with me is you're checking the cars online and things like that, make sure if you're looking at a car and you're just offered photographs, get that guy to do a video for you. If he doesn't want to do a video for you, get down, let him get close in here, let him see all the quality, the moldings. Are the wheels painted right? Are they getting rusty inside here? You know, what kind of tires are we talking about? Cheap tires? BF Goodrich radial TAs, believe it or not, a full set of those right now. It's like mounted and balanced, almost 800 bucks. Maybe in the $700 range, where you can buy the Cooper Cobras for like $400. We don't put Cooper Cobras on anything. It's just not the kind of tire we carry. We like it so that you can take this car and go for a drive. It drives well, go to a show and not get beat up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's walk around a little bit more. You got the blue with the white callouts here. And then we have White Houndstooth interior. People a lot of times don't really know what the difference between White Houndstooth and Black Houndstooth is. We're gonna go over that just as well, all right? So chrome and stainless, all very nice. The Super Sport callouts, the correct Super Sport hood here, whether you wanna call it smokestacks, ice trays, whatever it is. This is the way this car rolled off the showroom floor, and it's kind of cool to see it that way, all right? So let's take a peek under the hood for a minute. We'll see the motivation. We'll see that, you know what, this is really cool. All right. Come on up here for a second, I want to show you a couple things. So for instance, this here, we have both air cleaners. We have this air cleaner here, which is a little deeper, for a little better breathing, a little more power, and then we have the stock air cleaner, which is a little bit smaller. And then we do little things like these battery toppers that make things look really nice. This is nice. Now listen, this is not correct, but it's really cool, and the reason why it's really cool is because it can come out at any time or it can be moved to another car, and this car could be made all stock. Come around, I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is air conditioning. And I know at my age, having some air conditioning with the 4-speed and power disc brakes and power steering is really, really nice to have. But here's some other things too. If you didn't want this here, we do have the tower clamps on here, GM hoses, okay? So it looks nice and stock under the hood. But I gotta tell you, I think it looks good. We painted it black. We put a decal on it so it looked kind of stock when you open the hood. And I don't think it looks totally out of place in there, even though it's really, really good air conditioning and it's really cold air conditioning. Way better than it was back in the 60s. So your call on that. If you don't want it in there, we certainly take it out for you. But for me, for driving around, this is the kind of way I want to do it. I want some cold AC, and I really like a nice digital sound system with you know, satellite CD and those things. So anyway, it's cool. Got the right valve covers on here. We got power steering, which we forget to ask about a lot of times on these cars, and we have power disc brakes, which came on the Super Sport Camaro. So some really nice features to make it a really great driving car. All right. All right, so as we walk around here, we got the SS callouts, nice bumpers, got those great looking tips, front and rear spoilers. Okay, that's kind of nice here too. It's got a spare tire. These speakers were in the back, they're wired up. I took them out because they're kind of bulky, but they come with the car, designed to match the interior of the car too, so I thought it was cool. Still got the cocktail shakers in here like it's supposed to. Decal callouts, weather stripping is nice. Trunk's nice and dry, stuff like that. We could have put a spare tire cover on here if you wanted to. That would match this. Just ask us, no big deal. We have those in stock. Trunk light works like it's supposed to. Nice little touch. You say, what's the big deal about that? Well, you know, 30 or 40 years later, a lot of this stuff doesn't work. Okay? Okay, so come on in here for a second because I want to show you something. And the reason I want to show you this is because this is actually a little bit expensive inside. And the reason why is this right here is a White Houndstooth. So Black Houndstooth would be the black with the same pattern inside and black door panels and things like this. With the White Houndstooth, I think it looks really, really nice. But that's just part of it. Console and console gauge package. If I was to put this in for you, That can be 12 or 1300 bucks by the time you're done. This has a factory tach, another option. It's got the clock and a whole lot of other little things in here that make it really a lot more expensive. Now this has an upgraded digital Alpine sound system in it. What we can do for you if you like is we can take that and put it inside the glove box and put a stock radio in there. Some people like to do that because they want the interior to look all stock. Not a big deal, we do it all the time, several times a week as a matter of fact. Or we can leave it right there, however you choose. But I don't know, it's just a really cool cockpit in this car. I love the White Hounstooth. I love the way the console is. I love the 4-speed shifter. And it's just got a little bit of an upgraded stereo. Like I said, we can move it if you like. If you're cool with it right there, it's great. And the nice thing too is the AC controls, okay, are all tied into the factory controls right there. So that's what makes it really, really nice, all right? You know, like I said, in closing the video up on this car here, you're talking about a matching numbers car with a 4-speed, which is really nice, and a convertible, right? And then a couple really nice accoutrements that are expensive thrown in. The air conditioning, that's a few $1,000s, that option in there. The upgraded Alpine digital sound system. And then of course we have power steering, power disc brakes, and we do have the heavy duty 12-bolt rear with Posi-Traction. All right, so you get all those great things with this car. And I gotta tell you, man, this is one of those times where you roll down the road, this car sounds great, it feels great, you're smiling as you're going down there. I personally like a little hair metal from the 80s, maybe some Sinatra and maybe some new wave stuff like Mary Blige, but who knows, whatever you're into, it don't matter. Rolling down the road here, you'll be smiling and having a great time. Call us, 301-816-1000. We'll find a way to get this Super Sport 350 convertible in your life.